there are some very fundamental reasons why that's so important. Not the least of which, actually, the one on the bottom is one of my favorites, is that you all have a common language for how you talk about the opportunities. This is another one of those kind of tests that you might want to think about administering to a sales candidate when you interview them, is have them talk to you about the last sales process they used. See if they can talk about it as a process. What you'll hear sometimes is people will say, well, I make 2 phone calls and then I send an email, and then I send a second email, and then I make 3 more phone calls, and until I get to 10 touches. That's my sales process. It's actually not a sales process. That's part of the activities that are part of the sales process. But in order to be able to understand about how a deal moves through your organization through a sales process, can you literally determine and predict with any confidence whether or not a deal is going to close? It's not going to be driven by how many emails that person got or how many voicemails you left. At some point, that's the hard work at the front end that has to happen to get the conversation started. So as compelling as that salesperson can be, as good of an alignment they have in terms of messaging, we'll talk about this in a couple minutes, with what your marketplace wants from you or needs from you, ultimately, the reason you have a process is so that everybody's on the same page. So that if a sales rep says to you, here's my funnel, and these are the deals that are at 25%, and these are the ones that are at 50, and these are the ones at 75. What do you need to know to have confidence in those numbers? That everybody's talking about what 25% means with the same language, right? With the same indicators, with the same confirmation that they've gained access to a sponsor who has agreed to take them to power, things like that. That's what a sales process is.